Hi, Sandy.
Hi, it's Dave, and welcome to the ADK Rock and Metal Station. Today we are doing what we call the Breakdown and Pulled Apart series. This is where we take a song, we go away, we watch it, we make separated notes, so we all take our own notes together, and then we come back, we play you a minute of the song at a time, and we talk about each of those minutes, and we break it down. Today we are talking about The Warning, and the song is The Hunter. This came off of the Queen of the Murder Scene album. It's a concept album. And was brought out in 2018. And this is only 5 years after the band had formed. So they formed in 2013 when I think the youngest, which was Ali, was 9, I think. And so this album would have been so one of them's 14, 15, and 16, I think, is so that they put this is their second full album. And they were 16, 17-year-olds doing this. So it's a hell of a big thing to talk about. I mean, thinking back to that sort of age group.
They're not that young doing this performance, though, are they?
So no, so this was 4 years later. So this would have been around when they were around 19, 20 at this point. But this was obviously when this is 2022 when this came out. Now, what was really interesting for me, this is one of the big albums from the band. This is the album that kind of broke them through to the next stage, if you like. But there is no music videos off this album at all. They did no music videos whatsoever, and it was only on the next one, which would have been the Mayday EP series, where they did things like Choke, and they started doing a lot more video content. But really, they just thrive from live shows and live YouTube clips. Is how they really grew their base. So really interesting concept album. We're going to give you the first minute of the song and then take you through our thoughts on it. So this is minute 0 to minute 1 of The Hunter.
I'm one step behind when you close your eyes. I'm breathing on your neck, I'm the chills down your spine. Shadow your ghost, I'm here to collect the payment that you're running from the lives that you spent. You taught me with words that don't make a sound. You mock with your actions, you laugh with no doubt. You relish the pain, will cherish it more. 'Cause after this there'll be nothing to feel anymore. Fall on to me now, the time is running out. Fall on to me now, the time is running out.
Okay, I'm going to go through it to kick this one off because I know the song very, very well. To me, it reminds me of a TV theme song, like the Munsters or something like it's corny, but it's very different because no one else does that in rock. How many people are going to do that sort of riff in a rock? They'd think it was almost like a warm-up exercise that you'd hear in a rehearsal studio and then go, let's not use that. But they used it in the song, and I quite like the fact they did.
That first riff you're referring to there, that sounds like a TV theme.
Yeah, the it could be a TV show. But it's also it's corny, but it's funny as well. It's also sinister. That riff is quite a sinister riff, but funny at the same time. It's a positive, fun, sinister. It pulls in a lot of different ways of how you interpret it. It's a simple 4-chord blues. It's basically 4-chord blues, but it's catchy. It's been done really, really well. Great for a live show. Nice little pre-chorus in here with their 3-part harmonies, like I can't remember what the words are, but they all layer up their vocals in it, which we've talked about multiple times about how they understand their vocals between the 3 of them, and it's got better as they've got onto their newer albums like Keep Me Fed and stuff like that. So yeah, really good start to the song. Andy, you?
I've put surprising opening riff. Now, before you started your analysis, I thought perhaps it's because it was more rocky or more metal than I'd expect from The Warning. I didn't get the TV theme link, but I think you're absolutely right. It has got that kind of comedic element, but sinister as well.
If you imagine it like, that whole like, it's creepy, it's spooky, it is kooky, it could be something like that. It's just the Addams Family.
I like the opening riff, and you're absolutely right. When Danny starts singing the verse, it is a very simple sort of riff that she's playing, but she does make singing and playing guitar look very easy. I mean, I know it's not the most complicated material she's playing at the time, but she does it very well. The rest of the band do it very well. Love how the stage set up. They've got lots of space each. It's a great lighting setup, and I like the backdrops as well. The visual sort of digital backdrops behind the band. So if I was there, I'd be loving this. I mean, the Warning, we've done
a lot,
half a dozen, maybe been on for a dozen clips for the channel over the last 3 years, but I've always enjoyed covering them.
Yeah. Again,
they haven't done enough for me to download this album or ask Dave which is the best one or whatever, but I do enjoy watching them. I do enjoy listening to them. I mean, they look stunning as well. You can see the appeal of the band from every aspect, but yeah, good start. It's a typical
great work ethic from the band.
Yes. I've noted down later on it's a typical Warning song, and I'll stick with that. The strong song structures, sort of the pop mode, but it works. It's catchy, and it's what you'd expect really from the Warning.
What I found interesting going back to this was that I'd been quite critical of their new album, Keep Me Fed, about being very pop orientated and not very well written in the sense of riffs and stuff like that. But then I looked back at this album and went, well, this album sounds very similar, actually, riff orientated wise. It's not really that much different. It's just the fact that this was only written by them, and Keep Me Fed had a lot of outside writers in, and they maybe used a little bit more layering on the new album. This was a bit more stripped back and raw, and I think a lot of people got offended by that, but I don't think the new album's got really anything massively different musically than what was on this album. It's just the concept behind it, and the fact that this was a concept album versus a series of songs that were written with more of a commercial tinge on the new album. But let's play the next minute. This is minute 1 to minute 2 for you at home.
Your door and I'm counting to 3. Don't need no permission to take you with me. You went through hell, you'll go through it again. It's not a question of why, it's a question of when. Fall to me now. Your time is running out.
Okay, so we get the first chorus. It's a nice gentle hook on this one. It's boppy. It's a real kind of bluesy bop along there. It's got a straight up groove with a bit of a halftime beat. And I love that little call out at the end of the chorus. Hey!
Yeah, Addams Family.
I mean, it's a really simple track, but it allows it to be instantly accessible. It's you don't have to work. It's not like it's a Tool song where you have to sit there and go, fucking hell, how many time changes we got here? I've got to listen to this 10 times more before I can even work out what's going on.
Yeah,
you can listen to this one time through. By the time you get into that second verse, you already know how the rest of the song is basically going to go. You've got it down, and that's great because it's instantly memorable. It's got a distinctive hook. That you can sing, even though I haven't listened to that video since 10 days ago when I wrote my notes. I can still tell you that's how the song goes, and it sticks in your head. So yeah, really enjoyed the second minute. Andy,
I really love Danny's vocals on this chorus. I'm probably not going to convey it very well in what I like about it, but it seems to be in 3 sections. She seems to raise the vocals for the first part, sort of upper register, or I'm not quite sure. She's not singing higher, but it just seems like she's putting more into it for the first sort of part.
There's a gradual incline.
Yeah. And then it sort of comes back to what, more like the verse delivery, and then it goes back to that first part again. So I really like what she does there. And we get the second verse, but as you rightly said, you at this point it's going to be the sort of standard sort of structure. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. Sometimes when you listen to your rock and your metal, or even some that almost straddles the rock and pop world like the Warning do, you don't want to sit there analysing the message in the song, or musicianship, or what they're trying to achieve, and what might come next, or what they were trying to portray in the music. Sometimes you just want a simple rock and roll song, which you always get from the Warning. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, let's play minutes 2 to minute 3 for you at home.
Fall onto me now. The time is running out. When both of your feet fall down to the steps, you couldn't climb. I'll be there to pull you under. Take back what is mine. You think you can take my title away? Well, I'm coming back better the way. It's my turn, I'll pass on judgment. You can't escape your fate. Rush! There's no escape. I'm coming back. There's no escape. I'm coming back. There's no escape. I'm coming back. There's no escape.
I mean, what was really interesting for me looking at this, going back, because I had seen some of the footage from this particular concert before, but even back at this stage, I think I'd seen this one performed back in like 2018 when it first came out, and hadn't noticed anything particular about it. But in this performance, the band have gone to using backing tracks. Now, Powell has the laptop next to her at the drum kit, and you can actually see it all loaded up with all the different things. And some of this is the backdrops, so the visuals. They're loaded in there so that it's all synced up. But we've already there's a second guitar track playing on this.
I thought there was. Well, it wasn't 100%.
2 guitars.
Yeah.
And that's the problem when you've got, because I thought about the question of, as a 3-piece, you're limited to what you can have. Would they ever go down the point? But the problem is it's a trio of sisters. You can't, if you bring someone else in, they're never going to be part of that band, really. Yeah. But we've seen bands like Green Day, who are a trio, and they've had a guy that plays guitar on stage with them for 20 odd years. He's never officially a band member, but he goes on the road, he goes in the studio with them, but he's never officially classed as Green Day. But he's a permanent part of their band as far as that, but he's not part officially of the band. He's just a permanent employee. And maybe that's the way they need to go eventually. And I think that will be the case where they'll do it, but financially it doesn't make sense for them at the moment. But it was the first time I really noticed the second guitar part going through there. Very enjoyable. Powell's great. Got good vocal build up in what she was delivering there as well. So overall, just great track. Not really much to add on to the song, because the song is what the song is. It's
I did notice there did seem to be like 2 guitar parts, because it's almost like she was going to go into a solo but didn't. But there was a distinctive second guitar part, and I did wonder if there was a backing track, or whether it's even a live performance. It's just like a live performance looking video. But yeah, if they want to bulk out the sound, there's probably absolutely no reason why they don't go down the Green Day route and have a live guitarist. I mean, he doesn't even have to be on stage, does he? To be honest,
no.
It could be right in the background, in the wings.
We've seen it bands like Muse, who they mimic in the sense of their sort of line, not specifically from a sound, but they talk about Muse and how Muse does things. Yeah, Muse does have triggers, but they have musicians at the back of the stage, or they have keyboardists and stuff that add layers.
Yeah. Is it Powell, the vocalist?
Powell's drummer, yeah.
Drummer, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, I like her vocals that come in at 2 minutes 40.
Yeah.
It adds another element to the song. But yeah, not really much more to add, because as we said earlier, it's pretty simple song structure, so it's the same chorus and that we hear with a sort of the guitar part from Danny and Powell's vocals.
Well, let's play the last minute of the song for you at home. This is minute 3 to minute 4. Okay, really, the only thing I'm going to add about this one is obviously I said about the laptop here that they program a lot of, because I never realized they actually program a lot of what their backdrops are, their lighting rigs are actually pre-planned so they can control them. To make sure that when they start their songs and they've got their back in, that the light show does it. And I actually thought the light show in this really adds weight to the performance. Because I tried to imagine listening to this song live if it didn't have all the lighting and the backdrops and stuff. And I'd be like, do you know what? I find it a bit boring watching that. But with all the extra bits they put into the show elements, it actually made it so much more enjoyable. The song's fine. And it's quite a good boppy little song. But sometimes when you're just watching someone perform, if they were playing Daylight on a festival stage with nothing going on, I think I'd kind of lose interest in the track a little bit. But with what was going on, with what they had done for their performance and for their show, it kept it really interesting all the way to the end. So yeah, just a great performance from the ladies, and also great use of light shows and concepts.
Yeah, I said at the beginning how much I enjoyed the stage setup and the lighting and everything and the backdrops. I'm surprised that that's looked after by Paulina, the drummer. You'd have thought there'd been somebody in the camp that could be entrusted to do that.
And maybe I'm just taking it from the point that someone said that in a comment to me.
I mean, I realised the laptops was there, and that's the thing you often see at local level at Club 85. The drums either got the samples pad or a laptop to control various elements of the song. Just surprised that the warning is doing that with under control of the drummer. But yeah, we get the chorus again, and this is where I noted down that I tried visually explain the vocal delivery from Danny. But again, another really enjoyable warning song.
Yeah,
both to watch and listen to.
Yeah. I really agree. Well, that is The Warning and The Hunter. If you enjoyed our content today, please do like, share, subscribe, leave comments, and check us out on obviously ADK Rock Metal Radio. Leave us a comment on our website, and we'll see you on another video or radio station sometime very soon. Take care.